With detailed costumes that represent tradition and heritage. Our Marlene Rodriguez has our special report for Hispanic Heritage Month.
The history of Charro Days is as colorful as your outfit there.
It all started in 1932 when a group of women organized a Pan-American roundtable in Brownsville dedicated to the knowledge and friendship of the Southern Hemisphere.
And they fell in love with the fashions of Latin America, and so each one of them was assigned to, okay, well, you get the costume of Colombia, you get the costume of Brazil, you get the costume of Mexico.
The festivities were founded to boost the morale of residents during the Great Depression, and resident Kenneth Faxon, who is credited as the founder of Charro Days, imagined a day when the whole town dressed in costume.
He wanted to show an arena whereby there was a friendship developed between the two countries. That's the primary reason.
The traditional costumes from the States and Mexico are a huge part of Charro Days.
You are wearing a beautiful costume from Veracruz. It's called the jarocha.
The Costumes of the Americas Museum in Brownsville is likely the only museum in the United States that preserves and catalogs the many costumes from the Americas.
Our collection is over 600 costumes, which includes Native American costumes and costumes from regions of Mexico, Central America, South America, and the islands.
Costumes that have been passed down from generation to generation.
As I am trying to preserve this costume for my children and grandchildren, this is what the museum is trying to do with all the costumes here in Brownsville, in our museum.
The Charro Days festivities usually attract about 50,000 people a year, and most can be seen in costume.
This costume is the chapaneca, and it's from the state of Chiapas. And it's one of the traditional costumes that a lot of people wear here in Brownsville for our Charro Days Fiesta.
A celebration that has been a part of Brownsville for more than 80 years.
Charro Days is successful because it's traditions. I know that when I think about Charro Days, I think about my parents and celebrating as a young child, marching and dancing in the parades, and now as adults we have our kids and wearing the traditional costumes. So it's a tradition for all of us here in Brownsville.
And will continue for years to come. In Brownsville, Marlene Rodriguez, KVEO, News Center 23.